Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am WXFan21. Welcome to the first of your 4 gold bracket, upper bracket, quarterfinal matchups. This is Spiffy the Hair Thomas versus Osse. Big storylines headed into this, of course. Osse looking for redemption in the 3rd ever map randomizer tournament. Coming in with 2 second-place finishes. I've mentioned this throughout the tournament. Osse taking his opponents in both grand finals to the limit, to Game 5. And this is what it's come down to. Osse, once again, making his way into the quarterfinals and has to go up against the challenge of Spiffy the Hair Thomas. I'm joined by Nito on commentary and Rubu over on tracking. Nito, this is going to be a fun one.
It certainly is, WX. I have been looking forward to this match for days now. I think we're going to be seeing some really intense gameplay from both of our competitors here, and we are just about to get rolling.
That is very, very true. I quit. We need to re-roll the seed. Reroll the seed. I refuse to have another seed that I commentate start off with an orb in the same room.
We're just going to have to deal with it. I'm sure we will encounter some other challenges along the way.
Anyway, in all seriousness, Nito, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Excellent.
Both of our racers taking early resets here, not liking the respective directions that they head, and now checking out the opposite doors that they just checked. Converging back here into Business Center.
I mean, Business Center is definitely interesting. So, Crockemeyer can't do anything with Croc. It looks like the only way the racers can go right now is up the elevator.
Yeah, running into bad rooms and dead ends right off the bat. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Main Street.
They start off in back gauntlet and just found front gauntlet.
Okay, so they're going to be doing a cross-room jump here to make it up to the next ledge. That is very standard for these early seeds, completely in logic as well. Here we go. This will definitely lead to some sort of progression that they need.
Watch it be gravity. Ooh. Screw attack, and that's going to come in handy because we have Plasma Pirates as one of the picked objectives, picked by Osse. Spiffy picked Fantoon. Your vetoes were Bowling and Spo.
Screw attack also going to have an early use here in getting through the front part of Gauntlet.
Yep. And notice how Spiffy had to be extremely careful there at that part of Gauntlet. You have to kind of cancel the spin jump. Otherwise, you are not only destroying the bottom blocks, but you're hitting that acid at the same time. And speaking of gravity, the pancakes have been acquired. Shut up, Brave one.
I was getting so hungry. So this is going to carry them up Main Street, the most obvious use of that gravity suit. But it's going to definitely speed up this race very quickly. Oh, and Vari's suit sitting in the speed locked item of Main Street. Okay, I'm going to call for the re-roll now. I think we've got a big speed on our hands.
That's unreal. Absolutely unreal. Okay. I think I've adjusted our audio just enough for us, Nito. So, we're coming in a little loud over on the restream. So, Varia's suit speed locked. Power bombs have been acquired. And here's the map. So we're going to get a quick look at it. Golden Chorizo top left major. Spring Ballroom major. Mickey Mouse has an X. I'm really wondering if this is going to be speed. There are not
One
a
of
lot
these-
tanks here.
One of these does seem likely to be speed. Both racers are going to take the power bombs that they found here in the crab hole of Main Street, probably over to Springball Maze Room to fetch the item that's in there, using the power bombs to be able to get through the morph tunnel. Nice little bonus energy tank here as well for Spiffy, soon for Osse as well. Pretty straightforward seed so far. Nothing like logically divergent yet, but plenty of regions to still look at.
A lot of time for this seed to break wide open. All right, folks. Let's get some of the housekeeping out of the way with exclamation point R on the Twitch chat, exclamation point C. Those are your commands. Exclamation point R to follow the racers, exclamation point C to follow the commentary and tracking teams. You want to follow along with the tournament, that's exclamation point SM map 26. Phaser beam being acquired, and charge beam on top of it. I know that does make my co-commentator extremely happy to see his favorite beam.
Now we have a valid seed with Spazer showing up. And Spiffy finding charge as the top left item for GT. So no speed booster here in criteria.
You know what, I'm wondering if this is going to be an extremely late Varia seed. Even if they ever have to come back for it, there's no objectives here.
It would most likely be valuable to come back for, but the farther away speed booster is, the more they're going to have to think about just abandoning it and going for E-tanks. So we'll have to see.
We are going to see indeed. We did have quite a few heated rooms back in our in their starting zone as well. Osse picks up his charge beam. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, however you identify, this is the first of your 4 gold bracket, upper bracket, quarter final matches. These 4 quarterfinal games, Spiffy versus Osse, this is all their best of 3. You're going to see it all live right now for those of you watching live. Hello, YouTube. And you're in for a good one. Now, I've said this publicly. My co-coms knows it. I've said it publicly. Well, I respect both Spiffy and Osse. I have picked from the very beginning of this tournament to win the gold bracket. I have picked my co-commentator Nito here to win the whole gold bracket, so... Anyway,
I will make sure to crumble under pressure for you.
So, food has been acquired, food has been delivered. And now the question's going to be here, is this going to be progression for Spiffy? You got the energy to get up the farm room. We have 5 missiles and charge beam. Croc seems in logic now.
Spiffy was definitely looking a little undecided there. He popped into backside of Gauntlet, laid a power bomb, and then decided, nope, I'm going to get out of there. I got some other things I want to check out. And he is leaning into finding charge to take down Croc here within logic.
Hi, Dragon. Now, reminder, folks, Dragon is not a requirement unless it's an objective. Neither racer has checked their other 2 objectives. Racers, commentators, and fans would like to know what the other objectives are, and so does the tracker. This is what Usher needs.
There's definitely a couple different styles when it comes to random objectives. Some players just don't even bother to check it, and they'll just look for them to show up on their maps. Others want to know what's coming up ahead of time and trying to plan for what items they want to look for to be able to complete those objectives.
Nice jump to see their speed.
There it is. So that's going to be a free Varia suit for Spiffy, and Croc was one of our objectives. So that's a free objective down as well.
Camera isn't going to do anything, my guy. Speaking of crumbling under the pressure, Croc crumbled under the acid.
So Spiffy with the early objective down. Crockemeyer was actually an objective.
Yeet. So objective 3. Crocker cookies.
And he is on his way to pick up his free Varia suit. Osse not too far behind, but still a little bit behind. And now the seed's very wide open here for Spiffy. The only real limiter is where our first super's going to be.
I mean, we have had how many seeds already in this tournament? Well, we've had that very unfortunate late super seed. Spiffy back out in front.
I imagine he's going to want to try and find the Meridian map here as soon as possible. Yep. Now, like, there's going to be nothing really that gets in his way.
That's correct. So again, we know the objectives so far are Fantoon and Plaza Pirates because those what were picked. One of the 2 remaining objectives, in fact, was Crockemeyer. We just don't know what objective 4 is yet.
I see. So Dragon was blocking the map. Is Spiffy committing to this? Ooh, that's kind of spicy. With so few resources, I don't know about this. Osse with his Varia suit now. Gonna be making his way back down. I wonder if he's also going to be thinking about the same thing here. I feel like in my gut he's gonna want to try and find maybe a few more missile packs or something just to speed up the fight a little bit here. But actually, yeah, now that I recall, this fight is actually in logic for hard difficulty. We had a seed come up during the SGL tournament between Oates and Andy where they couldn't get their logical morph until they defeated Dragon with this same loadout.
It's rude, but again, you have speed and charge beam, so... Ooh, Osse finding his way into Bryn. Pit room, objective 4.
They get a softball of a last objective there.
AKA Old Mother Brain.
So Osse is saying, you know what, Meridia can stay the way it is. He's gonna stick to this new region. Spiffy deciding, I want map knowledge. And this fight is taking a while here.
Yep. Like you said, Nito, Osse might have been looking for supers or more ammo. Remember, Osse came across Dragon first.
Correct.
And there was a question in the chat. I'm going to scroll back up here super quick. Question of the chat, any change in comms or tracker for the next 3 games? No. Nito, myself, we're on commentary for all 3 games today. Rubu on tracking for all 3 games in this best of 3. I want to see that hype for Spiffy when this Dragon kill comes in.
Meanwhile, while Spiffy is working on this fight, Osse doing some expert tech here, trying to get across the Firefly room here, using just damage boosts.
Yep. Nicely done, Osse. Okay.
This is Wreck Ship Shaft. So, ironically, Osse actually avoiding logic to pick up this map here.
Yep. Fantoon, not here. Bryn has nothing. Ooh, has Norfair, though. Has Norfair, has West Ocean, Skull of the Right, Osse. Don't forget about the right. Nothing.
It's actually
Absolutely nothing.
That's pretty devastating for an entire region like that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But nevertheless, Spiffy the Hair Thomas has defeated Dragon. Get them hypes in chat for the Dragon kill. And now we're going to see what Meridia has in store for the racers. There's Karade. What is this? This is nothing here for Meridia.
There is an X behind Kraid. That could be our first supers.
I mean, empty Meridia, except for Croc. Empty Bryn. High jump acquired for Osse.
Spiffy went ahead and reset that Dragon kill. Just to go to Brinstar, where he will probably also be disappointed by what the map looks like. Meanwhile, Osse has gotten his way to Norfair, just continuing to push forward here, seeing if he can locate those first supers. But Norfair's a big place. There's a lot of ground to cover here.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed, Nito. Osse, the person left Norfair, now is just hanging out. I think that's back at Ceres Space Station before it blows up. Yeah, if you take a look at Osse's background, it's kind of rotating. He started out in Norfair, so hence the joke. Finding Big Pink is a nice find. You get your 3 items checks here. There's your supers.
To answer Fishing Boo's question, fighting Dre and Logic with that loadout actually wasn't hard logic.
All right, well, while these racers go and do their thing, allow me to do a little bit of plugging of my own. Later on tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Dessler versus Carter Freak, best of 3, over on SpeedGaming 2. To finish off tonight is Gameaholic versus Jaqua, over on SpeedGaming 4. Then we have the rest of the quarterfinals coming up. Super Sponge versus Nitro. That's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, best of 3. The other quarterfinals, Lopter versus Nito, is going to be on, looks like Friday, if I'm not mistaken, at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, that's Friday.
And then the final quarterfinal is Eddie versus Nevdi. Again, Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern. So those are your gold bracket, upper bracket quarterfinal games. A lot of other games happening as well. And speaking of things happening as well, it's the Space Elephant on Osse's side of the screen.
Hello, Fantoon. It's going to be objective number 2 for Osse here, once he completes it. Spiffy has also gone to the Brinstar map, seeing how destitute it really is. And he may also be... Well, he's looking around here. I think he really does want to find these first supers. There were a couple X's left back in Criteria. I wonder if they were supposed to backtrack through there after they got speed.
Suit. Yeah, you had your volume, so...
But both players are just going to continue forward. Those could be first supers, but there could be other supers available as well, with it being on Trekkie progression.
Agreed. Good night, Fantoon.
Pretty good fight from Osse.
Very nicely done.
Goodbye, Space Elephant.
When you have 5 and 5, that's a really, really solid fight.
Yeah, getting a 3-round just feels pretty good there.
Absolutely.
So that will be Norfair map for Osse here. We'll get a peek at what else is here. Also, first supers have been found. There we go.
Here we go. Mother Brain. Ridley. Batoon. There's your Plasma Pirates. Pit Room is either Torian Wrecked Ship. I'm gonna pick which one you want.
Nice to know Ridley will not be a factor here. Same with Batoon. They're just kind of clumped up there at the bottom, but avoidable. I do wonder if Osse's going to think about touring here. So Plasma Pirates will be his third objective. They'll just need Pit Room and Mother Brain's location. He might want to go clean up Plasma Pirates beforehand in case he runs into Mother Brain on
I would
the
go
other
and
route
take
there.
out Plasma Pirates now.
That makes sense to me. Oh, Mother Brain is in Norfair. Okay, so actually, he doesn't need to go take care of Plasma Pirates right away then. It looks like he is going to check out Torian.
Double Major, no, but it is Wave Beam.
Wave at the wave beam, everybody.
Wave! I had my sub in one hand and I was waving at the screen in the other. What's for dinner, chat?
Osse having a big sigh there, looking at the layout for Torian. Might not be happy with what he sees. It looks like he's going to bail.
Wow.
I see Mother Brain is on the left side there. So we do have Wrecked Ship on the far right side, over by where Plasma Pirates are.
Yep. And that's the last two areas.
I want to put Osse's...
Why did he abandon Torian? Did he get the map and I miss it?
No, he went through Batoon Hallway, which he had everything he needed for, and then he got to Crab Maze and he just decided to turn around. I'm not sure what thinking he had there.
Interesting.
Pit Room there's nothing about that room where you could say, like, I don't think Pit Room's in this region without getting the map. It literally could be anywhere, so I'm very curious to see what Osse is cooking here.
Let him cook. Question in chat from Walradium. Do we know where Wreck Ship is? Yes. Top right of Norfair. Torian, bottom left of Norfair. Oh, Osse with the shake of what did I do? Need to go upper right of the room and go forward. All right, excellent. Glad to see everyone's eating. I'm eating the new Mike's Hot Italian from Jersey Mike's because my wife and I wanted subs. So yeah.
I know for a fact I will be having pizza later.
Ooh, yummy. All right, Nito, favorite pizza topping?
Tater tots.
Ooh, that's a good one. I gotta go with mushrooms. Delicious.
Rubu, I am a Wisconsinite. We put tater tots on everything here.
I remember it was a pizza somewhere local to me. The place is closed down, but it was a pizza with pepperoni, mozzarella sticks, and I think mac and cheese, or there was some other ridiculous thing, and I'm like, what the heck is this thing? And it was delicious. They had me at mozzarella sticks. Oh, I think it was chicken. I don't know what it was, but it was delicious.
Nito loves starch confirmed. I'm at least 60% starch. I don't know what you mean. Like,
They a t-shirt.
So if anyone is familiar with the Canadian cuisine of poutine, there are a bunch of places that offer it down here, but they replace the French fries with tater tots here. We just love our tater tots. So it looks, getting back to the match here, it looks like Spiffy has also decided T is a no-go. I'm honestly really curious what is causing them to evade Turian like this.
I agree. I don't get this.
Osse gonna get the Rex Shib map here though. Let's see if pit room's here. No pit room. And
maybe the comms who both wanted to go to Turian. You know, Nito, this just means that you and I are better than Spiffy and Osse, because we certainly would have gone to Turian.
I have a hard time saying I'm better than anyone at this, but you know, that would have been the choice that I would have made, is Turian.
Oh, I don't. Divine, I'm kicking your butt next Wednesday night, live right here on SpeedGaming. Best of one, you are going down, good sir.
Laying the smack talk down.
Sam. Rest in peace, headphone users. I dropped my gain all the way down.
And it
Totally
did
not
nothing.
my fault.
Okay, so now I think Spiffy is also moving on to Wrecked Ship. So now is Osse going to come back to Turian? Is he going to pick up maybe any of these other... I don't know if there are other majors here on the right side of Norfair that might be piquing his interest, but our Razors really don't need much more. They'll pick up... They should pick up some ammo along the way as they can, but they're pretty much already set to just end the game whenever they locate the last objective.
Agreed.
Spiffy had 20 and 20, Osse had 20 and 15. So slight ammo advantage for Spiffy, but he is a little bit behind here on the map knowledge. I do wonder if Spiffy's going to walk these supers out of Wrecked Ship after he gets the map here. It's kind of enticing. I think he probably should revert, but I also don't know if he picked up a save after killing Plasma Pirates. I think he might have ran back to the ship, so he might have that. That would help him catch up if he reverts this out. So now Osse spotting Turian again, but he is on his way up. He's going back to Bryn. He's going back to Bryn.
I know Spiffy saved at the ship. I wonder if
nice
Spiffy
baby skip.
Yeah, very nicely done. I'm wondering if Spiffy had another save that was closer to Turian, and maybe both he and Osse just did that pivot save, had that save just in case. Why is Osse back in Bryn?
Oh, he's going back to Meridia. He's gonna, because he never got the map past Dragon.
Oh, that's right, he did it. Oh boy. Oh dear.
So Spiffy already has this knowledge that pit room is not there.
Oh dear.
Okay, Spiffy's walking these supers out of wrecked ships so that he can be at 30 when it comes time to kill Mother Brain. So that will slow him down a little bit, but this this divergence from Osse here just it's not going to pan out well, unfortunately. At least it'll be a faster Dragon kill than it was for Spiffy. So I think
Absolutely.
as soon as he sees his Meridia map, he's going to nope out of there. But I think this is going to give Spiffy the lead here at this point.
That's a Spiffy. Spiffy definitely in the lead. Nice Shine Spark from Osse.
Is this going to get around Dragon?
I think it is. I thought Spiffy exited this way. Spiffy. Spiffy, please.
Spiffy?
Spiffy. Doing that. Can someone please clip that face of his? What was that look?
Yo, first try. First try gate open. Let's go.
He just went around it. Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay. Yep. Osse getting the bad news here in Meridia. Does he revert? He's got to revert, right? He's got to.
He's gonna revert out of this. Get the Torian.
His last save was in Bryn.
Now, where are the rest of these E-tanks for the racers?
I'm pretty sure these E-tanks just have not been a priority for them. They're going to worry about that as soon as they're ready for Mother Brain. But yeah, they just haven't seen any along their path. Osse, though, is picking up his third E-tank here, so he's all set. And then a bonus E-tank for security. So he's good there. Spiffy just going to put that off a little longer, though.
Best case scenario for Spiffy is he blinds in the pit room.
If he blinds in the pit room, Osse also has that capability, but yeah, that would get him going towards endgame here. Alright, Spiffy with Turian map.
Boo clipped it. Clip the Spiffy face.
Up the Morph Ball room elevator. I kind of doubt that Osse is going to be able to blind that. He's going to need the Turian map as well. So,
Yep.
Okay. Spiffy on a second tank. He only needs one more. There could be a third one in Watering Hole where that major is. This is stressful because like it is technically Spiffy's game at this point, but he could get derailed by the E-tank situation.
It's
That is
definitely
all
going to be
objective
interesting.
Well, we know he's not going to find ice because Osse picked that up somewhere else. A second reserve. Wow. Okay. So Spiffy is all said. 1 plus 2 is good enough for Mother Brain. I didn't see what the runway situation looked like for Mother Brain, though.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, I'm WXFan21, joined by Nito on commentary, Rubu on tracking. This is the first of the 4 upper bracket quarterfinal matches for the gold bracket. We are currently this week taking a bit of a pause on the copper and bronze and silver brackets because we want everything as synced up as possible. So we're taking a break on some of the other ones, giving everyone a breather in between. We're going to let everything catch up first.
It's actually kind of exciting because that just means there's so much more map Rando to play. Alright, Osse also clearing pit room, deciding he doesn't even need to take a look at the Majors and watering hole. He knows he needs to get a move on here. I'm sure that when he turned around in Torian and realized later that the objective was there, that he feels very far behind right now. So he's just trying to move as fast as possible.
You could say he's schmovin'. Yeah.
He is indeed schmovin'. Okay, so Mother Brain is on the most common door for Mother Brain to be connected to, the middle top left big pink door.
Okay.
And that's going to be plenty of runway as well. So he has a Zeb skip. He has all the ammo he needs. He just needs to finish it out. Not even bothering to fill it to completely full. He's just going. Gotta be a little careful here, though, with the acid and the rinkas. Okay. I think he still has enough energy. That looks like enough. That looks like more than 300.
Yeah, that's 363. No, oh, wait a minute. Oh, he can't take a hit. I think he's got about 20 energy to spare. He doesn't have a full second reserve tank. Oh, this is going to be a close finish. Chat, it's time. Get your escape timer guesses in right now.
The ship is in Norfair here.
30 seconds. I want to say 35, but I'm going 30. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, thank you, game.
It looked like everything froze there for a second.
I thought it was my internet. I was going to disconnect and reconnect. What is happening to this seed?
Okay. I had to reload the Twitch site. It looks like everything's still good.
Oh, this is going to be tight. Yeah, we'll work on it in the next episode. There's something going on right now. It's not us. No!
Spiffy
didn't have enough energy! No!
He did not have enough energy. No way.
Oh, that's... I thought he had enough! I thought he had about 20 energy to spare. That's unfortunate.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that feels bad. Wow, Spiffy knows it. He knows it.
I feel...
What's the timer?
I feel so bad.
Yeah. 50-second timer. That's bad, dude. That's one of those situations where it's like you go hug your significant other and go, that just is brutal. Just like one of those, like, okay, I need a hug after that one.
Yeah.
That's that part of my language. That sucks.
I'm speechless. Like,
yeah. Same here. I mean, that's just like the speed at which Osse got back to Norfair and Mother Brain is insane. And that's it. Osse rips game 1 out of Spiffy's clutches. And he knows it. He knows it too.
He knows, and it's just... He was trying to go fast, but fast was fatal in this...
If he had taken another 5 seconds and at least had refilled that reserve to full, he was just short. I think he took a hit during the final fight, too.
He must have, because I think... last I checked, he had like 163, plus a full reserve, plus more than half of another reserve, so that should have been more than 300.
He dropped to 43 and just didn't have enough. That's unfortunate.
D-Rocky, actually the triggering of reserves saves you an HP instead of messing it up, so I think he must have taken another hit from the last time I saw. I just assumed that he was good.
He did.
He must have...
I can confirm that he had 43 energy into the Rainbow Beam, which there wasn't enough left in his reserve to hold him into it.
He only had 43 in his main tank?
He had 143 in the main tank.
That had to have been less...
Yep.
That had to have been less than 10 HP. Too short.
It was either 43 or 49, but regardless, he didn't have enough. And there it is. There's your finish. A 1 minute and 1 minute 29 second difference. Osse's official time 39 minutes 25 seconds. Spiffy's is 40 minutes and 54 seconds. Unreal. You know, Nito, this isn't the first time we've seen this issue with a Mother Brain fight. I go back to the inaugural tournament where it was Eddie versus Oates, and muscle memory got the better of Oates in that game, and unfortunately died to Mother Brain there at the end as well. Took one too many extra hits. But still, GG's. What a heck of a game 1. We're in for one heck of a series. WX Fan here with you all again, joined by Nito on commentary, Rubu on tracking. All three of us we're still recovering from game 1, I think, just like Spiffy is. Because we're still at a loss for words as to how that game 1 ended. But we press on and press forward, as now Spiffy looks for redemption on Gate 2. Item draft has been selected. Nito, would you like to go over the picks and bans?
I would love to. So it started with Osse banning ice, which to me makes a lot of sense, considering how much technical prowess is involved in this match. So we have an ice ban. Spiffy went ahead to ban grapple, which we were all a little bit confused about, but we're gonna roll with it. So no grapple. Spiffy then chose plasma, and Osse choosing high jump boots. So we have the potential for a lot of water room shenanigans to happen. The Mario caught me off guard. I'll admit.
I'm sorry. This isn't even. What Mario is that?
The one true Mario. What do you mean?
Oh my goodness. Mario enters. Looks like Sega CD with GoldenEye DK mode. My goodness. What is that monstrosity?
I just feel like there's going to be some, like, if I were playing that sprite, I would feel like I have so many issues with the hitbox of that sprite.
Right?
Like, nevertheless, Osse pressing forward. finding first supers. Spiffy will be following suit shortly here. Spiffy did see Meridia, but it was the top left door of Parlor, so he couldn't proceed.
Yeah. So we get our logical supers. As I'm sorry, I have to say it. It's me, Mario! Woohoo! Alright, there. Done. Oh, look!
Spiffy.
Orb in the same location as game 1! Same room!
Is this even randomized? Like, what?
I love it.
Spiffy with no fear going back through that Torian escape room.
There's some bombs. Well, that's gonna make things interesting. Orb plus bombs for Osse. High jump and plasma. Watering hole progression, maybe?
It could be. I think that... Okay, Spiffy is hyper-focused on some of these super doors here. Osse also peeking the lava grapple tunnel, and he's now getting into Parlor, which those bombs are going to come in handy.
Ruber, I'll watch the clips afterwards, but... Right, so here we go. Parlor. Now Osse's gonna be able to check all these doors. Mother Brain! Found!
Hello.
Alright. Osse's gonna go down. Green Pirate Shaft. Nice double missiles.
Spiffy with his own bombs now. He should know where to take them. He's seen the door. Just depends on if he wants to check anything else before he goes there. That's a unfortunate map tile location there at the end of Lava Grapple. They're not getting that anytime soon. And it looks like, yep, Spiffy making his way to Meridia. D-Rocky, how much energy would you need for Lava Grapple? If you're suitless, I want to say 3 or 4 tanks at least to just tank the damage. Other things can help mitigate that, though. Such as ice or a suit.
Baron the Legend is hanging out in chat with us. What's up, Baron?
Baron, we're looking for some power bombs. You got any?
Yeah, can anybody spare some power bombs for the racers, please?
Ooh, fish tank. Yeah, Spiffy does not like the sight of
Shenrir, please. Mario emerging from a Yoshi egg. Please, no. E-Tank.
Always helps to feel a little bit more comfy.
I'm doing good, Baron. How are you? Alright. Here's your first heated room.
I don't...
Spiffy finds worst room.
I don't like Spiffy going through that room on zero
I don't
tanks,
like Osse
but...
doing what he's doing.
Well, I mean...
Spicy with some soups.
Apparently Osse did the same thing, and they're going to get bailed out with a tank here.
High five! La 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 la.
Mario doing what he does best, jumping up.
Spiffy doesn't have the energy to get out.
That looked like the end of Ellen's Springball Maze. Hard to tell with the swap tile sets, but I think that's what that was.
For Osse?
Yeah.
Key Hunter Stairs.
Oh, was
To the
that Key Hunter
bottom.
Stairs?
Yeah, I did. It looked like Key Hunter Stairs, at least the way he came through the bottom door at the top. It looked like Key Hunter Stairs.
Nito, was Mario your main in Smash? I did secondary Mario for a little bit, but no, he was not the true main for Nito.
I think my main was Samus.
What a shocker.
I know, right? The kid that grew up and has been very honest saying this is my second favorite game of all time. I like Link, but he was a little clunky to use.
A little bit, yeah. So my main was the legendary top tier known as Isabelle.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm old. I thought we were talking about the original Smash for the N64. Okay. Yeah, I never played the newest Smash with all the characters.
Yeah.
I will say, using Meta Knight and the Wii version was a ton of fun. I liked using Meta Knight.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Yes, Kirby in 64 was broken. Anyway, back to actual Super Metroid, even though there is a Mario on the screen. This has been very back and forthy. Trying to figure out where to go for progression.
They've been running through the same rooms kind of back and forth here. It looks like that map is not in a fun location as well. So both Criteria and Meridia maps are in very difficult to reach locations.
You know what's not in a difficult to reach location, Nito?
What's that?
Following these racers on their Twitches! Exclamation point R of the Twitch chat to follow these racers!
Whoa, I'm gonna do that right now!
It was right there. And of course, if you want to follow the commentary and tracking teams, that's exclamation point C, to follow along with the tournament, and even potentially volunteer. That's exclamation point SM map 26.
Also, I'm just kidding. I'm already following these racers, but if you're not, you should. So get to it.
Great. Do it. Bottom of Acid Chozo? What is this map?
Both players feeling like they have to make their way back to Criteria now. Kind of ran out of options down in Meridia. It's interesting because I kind of see like high jump as just being that thing that can bypass a lot of what would normally be impossible rooms to get through, but not in this case.
This is a brutal Criteria. Although the entering Criteria, that was a brutal Meridia. Oh. This is Spiffy's time to get up into this portion of Criteria. Osse's going to be taking the way through back Gauntlet. Not the greatest idea, but again, it's logical. We have bombs.
Yep, and it's looking a lot better than what Spiffy just ran into, which was Frog Speedway.
Yikes.
But he is going to continue to go up this elevator here. He might just be trying to hit another zone.
E-tank. Oh, hi, Greg.
Blinding into Craig.
Rubu, this ain't the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob learns his fancy language enhancers. No, we will not be bleeping out any swears in chat. Or on commentary.
Good recovery by Spiffy on the quick kill there, and the initial missile did not connect, but with a little patience, you get another opportunity, and followed through very well on that.
I know, Rubu. Only giving you a hard time. Sam says no harm in chicken. Chimkin. I could go for barbecue chicken. Thanks, Sam.
Now
I already had a sandwich, I'm having my blueberry pie, and now I want barbecue chicken. How was the jerk chicken, by the way, Rubu? Fantastic.
Both racers high-fiving in that elevator. So Osse should be blinding into Kraid here. Spiffy, look out for those lasers.
I also want to give a quick shout out to Sam Littlehorns over in the Twitch chat, who, if you've headed to maprando.com and have actually looked up some of the logic and the tutorials, Sam has done a lot of those.
Sam has created literally thousands of videos for the MapRando website.
They're amazing. So if any of you out there ever are wondering about a trick, or you're playing this on your own, doesn't have to be in a race setting, Sam Littlehorns over in chat is the one that has done a ridiculous amount of tutorial videos to help everybody out. So shout out to Sam. And of course, we've got all the elite runners as well: Nito, Osse, Spiffy, Lopter. A lot of the top tier runners as well, and veterans. More than happy to help answer any questions, help you out with logic. Nice D boost from Spiffy. Wow!
That was very good. Yeah, that was super good. I am kind of curious with Spiffy, though. He ran through Indiana Jones, but he decided not to bomb up to the item there.
Probably wasn't the wisest idea. But now he's headed back.
Is he going to check this now? He is.
Setting up for it, yep. He's using the double bomb method. Now back to single bombing.
Yeah, single is ice beam.
Ice is nice.
Now
that
would
wouldn't that make Main Street now a little bit more in logic here, because you can use it to climb up the room?
It makes Main Street absolutely logical.
Spiffy, where you going, buddy? Go to Main Street. Nice high five.
I wonder where he wants to take that, though.
Who? Did somebody not feed the hamsters? No, I'm kidding. Here come the loading things in chat. This is not us, by the way. It's not us. We're here. We're fine.
Yep. Something just seems to be happening behind the scenes with the restream.
Don't you look. Billy Beans is trying to blame me. Nonsense! Now everything's frozen, Nito.
Yeah. We'll see what we can do about getting this working again, but unfortunately we're just going to have to deal with it
right now.
Yeah. From what I can make out with the few frames we're able to see, looks like Osse did grab that ice beam. He's going up Indiana Jones, or he's going up Main Street with that now, which is logical to do. I am curious where Spiffy is wanting to take this ice beam. It looks like he's going down Gauntlet, which ultimately just led to an E-tank, so he may be a little disappointed with what he sees there.
La 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 la, PowerPoint presentations. If you look, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you how Samus will conquer the galaxy in these next 10 slides. Oh, I love it.
Are we back? No, we're not back.
Nope. Help!
Yeah, Spiffy did see that E-tank at the end of Gauntlet and decided, nah, that was not worth my time.
Mm-hmm.
Osse and Brinstar. I don't know when he got to Brinstar, but he's in Brinstar and he has the map.
Look at the
Quite
majors.
a few majors.
At least 4 majors that I've seen so far.
On, let me advance the slide.
Next slide, please, Nito. So, the question is do you go out of your way for these majors?
I'm pretty sure you just have to. They certainly don't have... Oh, speaking into the void.
Next slide, please, Nito.
Yep, advancing.
Nito, can you at least pull up the PowerPoint slides, please? I'll take the old slide, just pull it back up. Baron says Spiffy found the Bryn map.
Okay, so he made his way back there.
Osse with Spazer and Wave Beam.
S-beam.
Spazer sucks.
Spazier.
I thought we were friends, Urubu.
And before I'm banned in your Twitch chat, Nito.
That's not a goal!
Osse reverting Wave Beam. Keeping Spazer. Don't know why. I'm very disappointed in Osse right now.
I'm glad they're saying we're back. Oh, we're back.
We are back, we just don't have the feed.
Testing, 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 testing. Testing! Huh? Do you read?
Oh no, they can hear us.
And they can
We
hear
can-
you, Rubo. Yeah, I just said the Patrick line. Okay, they can hear us. All right, Nito, we back. I guess we're gonna commentate off the Twitch stream. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we have no choice.
Phoenix is working on it. Shout out to Phoenix, who's working on it. So, while you were on chat.
Yep, we were attempting to keep eyes on the racers. It looked like Osse had picked up Spazer and Wave, but he ended up resetting Wave. Spiffy did find his way to Bryn. I imagine they're both just grabbing all of the majors that they see on their screen. Spiffy keeping Spazer.
Interesting.
It kind of seemed like Osse was in the lead last I checked.
Was supposed to have this, this person doing the tracking. How dare this tracker not go into their streams and put them side by side and let us know what's going on.
All right, we are back with the restream in the voice channel here.
We are taking applications for new trackers. We're gonna yeet this tracker out. Anybody want to come in and try? No, I'm kidding, Reboot.
Don't make me come back on comms now, WX.
No, Dad. What? No. No.
I'm gonna see myself out.
No, Nito, please don't leave. If you leave, that means you're sticking me with Rubu on comms, and then I have to leave, and then Rubu's left all by herself, and yeah. Speed Booster has been acquired for one Mr. Osse the Fantastic.
Just pretend that was like very echoey, like Braythorn.
Speed Booster has been acquired. There you go. My best Braythorn. I just don't have the setup that Bray does.
Yeah, that was pretty good though. I liked it.
It's great.
So Spiffy now has left Brinstar, perhaps unsatisfied with the remaining majors that were there. Although if Speed was there, that could be pretty problematic. Instead, continuing to blind through criteria, he would have the energy to tank through Lava Grapple, but it would not be fun.
All right, so real quickly, over on SpeedGaming 2, Diesler versus Carter Freak, best of 3. This is a gold bracket, lower bracket, round 3. That's happening over on SpeedGaming 2. And later on tonight, starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, it's going to be Gameaholic versus Jacques on SpeedGaming 4.
Exciting matchups to look forward to, most certainly.
This one, definitely not as jet and linear as we saw in the last game for these two.
Certainly not. Many different paths for them to diverge at this point. I wonder if Spiffy is looking to get back to Meridia now, though. Osse now popping back into Criteria, but it was on the other side of Main Street, so I think he's gonna make his way back down Main Street now.
All right. We apologize about the technical difficulties, folks. We back. Spiffy doing his best Mary Poppins. It's okay, that's probably what I would do too. And back to the ridiculousness that is Meridia.
Yeah, I wonder what he's going to do here now. I wonder if he is wanting to push through key under stairs now that he has energy.
I mean, did Spiffy pick up his speed booster? Because Osse did. Osse can get through Croc Speedway.
Yeah, I don't think he did pick up speed booster.
Speed booster was the northeast item up in criteria. It was the far out of the way one. And right now, Spiffy is speed locked by Croc Speedway. Spiffy does not have speed. Yikes.
We don't know yet if Croc Speedway is truly required for anything yet at this point. But I would certainly prefer to have speed rather than not.
Agreed. Now, this is what the racers couldn't do earlier was West Cathedral. Because I think at that time, Nito, they had 0 or just 1 E-Tank. And Spiffy just realized entering Cack Alley from the west side, it's not logical to get out with what you have.
Not only not logical, not possible. Unless you've got some beyond tech in your repertoire.
Oh, it was the Brinstar Speed Booster Major. Yikes.
Osse is going to get this criteria map now, carrying a Shine Spark through Lava Grapple. Very nicely done. Revealing that he's already pretty much looked at everything that's in criteria. So I imagine that he knows now he's got to stick around in Meridia and find something to do. He might try Croc Speedway here, I think, at this point.
Osse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And we're going to see if this is the progression, because if that's the case, this game might be over. Alright, is this going to be progression? Osse just continues to find heated rooms, making his way what he thinks is closer and closer to the map station. Spiffy going up Key Hunter Stairs, we talked about earlier, Nito. He has 236 energy. And Fantoon is in Meridia, which is not good for Spiffy. He has to go all the way back to Brinstar to get...
Spiffy! Oh, he's in a little trouble here.
That's a Spiffy. Spiffy! Auto's off, Spiffy!
He missed his pause on the pause abuse there with his manual reserves. Very unfortunate. We have yet to see if this is going to pay off for Osse, though, yet. So at least Spiffy does have the information that Fantoon is here. Osse making his way down Mickey Mouse.
If this is a Mickey Mouse one, this so far is a one-way. That's a Spiffy going through the grapple training room, yeah. Oh, it's been a long day.
Alright, so this is the loop back through Fish Tank, which now he can do. And I imagine he's going to use this to get to the map. Oh, hi, Metroids.
They just want a hug.
This has to be a seaweed room at the top. I think that's the only map that can fit in that space, and also have Fantoon. Meanwhile, Spiffy,
Crab
and
hole.
crab hole. Ah, crab hole.
Yikes. So, at the very least, Spiffy isn't fully locked. He has to get to fish tank. And I believe Spiffy has the tech to get through that room.
He does. It's just a matter of is he willing to do it. So the only thing he really can do is a UWJ all the way up fish tank, which indeed.
Nino's never gonna want to do comms with me ever again.
No, I want every single comm to be with you. What do you mean?
Ew. Yeah, there you go. Now that was forced. Anyway. Draki's like, why did I invite this guy to be an admin? Anyway. So, Spiffy's gonna have to be forced into fish tank. And 2-round Fantoon fight from Osse. Nicely done.
Very well done.
What pause abuse? Twice he's hit it.
Why not a
3
third?
in a row? Are you kidding me? Wow. That was filthy from Spiff, and he did.
And it's not going to get him anything. Oh, boy. He's trying every path he sees in front of him, and it's just not leading to anything.
Can't blame him. Oh my goodness, Spiffy's right there to Dragon. Ooh. Eek. What is this map? Triple majors in Meridia. Trouble Aqueduct, and one looked like it was left side sandpit?
I think so.
Maybe 4 majors. You know what else is a major, chat? You all. You're majorly awesome!
Yeah.
Woo. Anyway.
Oh, you can see the frustration from Spiffy right now. He's just not sure what the seed wants from him.
Oh yeah. He's not going to be happy when he finds that speed booster and realizes that's probably the way he needs to go.
Double revert.
Yikes. That's a brutal revert too. Yeah,
Triple revert?
Back spam.
Nope.
Nope,
he doesn't want
too many E-tanks. There you go.
He doesn't want that triple revert.
No. Did Spiffy ever go to Bran and actually find, go to the top right of the map and look for it?
Spiffy has been to Bryn. He has.
But has he seen the speed boost, the major that we know is speed, which is the farthest northeast out of the way major in Brinstar?
I think that answers no. Otherwise, he definitely would have kept it.
He saw the dots, Draki? Yeah. Is it Draki or D-Rocky?
Yes.
Right. D-Rocky. Got it. Rocky Balboa. Charge beam.
You're just asking this now?
You've never corrected me there, Mr. D-Rocky. I've been calling you Drocky for months. You've never corrected me. Talk to Hockey Lizard.
All right, majors galore here. We got grapple, and we've got screw. Spiffy
I
making his way.
apologize, D-Rocky.
Spiffy making his way back to Brinstar. He knows he probably left something behind there because nothing was making sense in Meridia for him.
Oh, hi, Ridley. Oh, that's so horrible. Ridley, but Ridley's blocking the way in the wreck ship. Wow. That's bad.
Okay, Rubu, can you send me some of that pizza in the mail? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, way to go, Rubu, not sharing with the rest of chat and comms.
Quick, WX, we got some ooze.
Ew. It's the last one you all are getting.
Space
I don't
jump
know
for
how
Osse.
you all can do that. Wall jumping is brutal as it is. I feel like on a hitbox it's probably easier, but the inputs on a controller to me would be absolutely brutal.
It is much easier on a hitbox. I can confirm that. But it's still a complicated motion that requires a lot of practice. So it's not like you just get a hitbox and you're instantly underwater wall jumping. That's definitely not the case. So Osse now very loaded with some nice movement majors. Still looking for maybe a couple of the other water-related ones. Maybe a spring ball, maybe a gravity suit. That would be really nice right now. But with a commanding lead here, it's just I'm not sure what scenario could come up for Spiffy here to fight back. He really needs a speed booster for sure.
Not with this kind of energy for Osse. If you would have told me Osse had 1, maybe 2 tanks, is a different story.
Yeah,
but no, not with this.
Yeah, he's like very much set. There's not much in Osse's way here.
This is like when I've done Metroid Prime 1 randomizer commentary, and they're at Metroid Prime. There's a elite runner at Prime Exo, and they have way more E-tanks than they need to beat the game. And you know they have enough, and nothing's going to stop them. Is kind of what I feel like I'm seeing here from Osse at the moment. He's got so many E-tanks, I don't think he cares at the moment.
Spiffy, what are we doing here?
I think the maybe the toll from game 1, and not only game 1, just the brutalness of this seed.
I think he has. He did not see. Yeah, he did not see that dot before. He is shocked.
Yeah, he's staring at it.
That there's a major there. He is shocked.
Osse. I don't know. This would be the other worst case scenario for Osse, but he did take the safety save.
Yeah, he's okay. Like, he just probably got some bad RNG there. He'll start up another fight here. I think this is a case of Spiffy did not scroll the map.
Well, I mean, Osse has done enough comms with me over the last year and a half that save early, save often. Nicely done, Mr. Osse. I'm just gonna be really interested in seeing what Spiffy's expression is gonna be when he sees that speed booster.
Thankfully,
Nice
Mario's
fight
had
from
plenty. Mario's had plenty of experience fighting giant lizards, so really is no problem.
Nope. Osse looks like he's going to go back and take a save before he moves forward in the wreck ship. And he knows he sees Dragon over there. You're in go mode, Osse. The problem is you need full health to get through Key Hunter stairs. And you know what we haven't seen yet? We haven't seen the ship.
That is correct. I think we still have 2 unexplored regions, right? Maybe 3? They've got Criteria, Meridia, Brinstar. They haven't done Wreck Ship. They haven't seen Torian or Norfair.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Nito, what would you do in this situation? Would you go for a blind ship find, or would you just do, go and at least peek Torian and Wreck Ship to see where the maps are? They're right next to each other. There it is. There's the head shake. There's the head shake from Spiffy.
Yeah, Spiffy clearly disappointed with not seeing this earlier and feeling like he lost a lot of time. For that question, so it somewhat depends on the location of those regions relative to where Mother Brain is. I would personally leave it to a blind escape because you can use the timer as a clue as to what region you need to go to.
Agreed.
And then you can play off the odds of if Norfair and Turian are equally close to Mother Brain for the escape, going to lean towards Norfair because there's more of a chance for the ship to be there. So I would leave it for the escape.
Good call. So there is a question in chat. Nito, I'm going to leave this to you. Gishi says, I believe, I guess I'm just going to go with that. A question if they may. Wording of comms makes it seems like as the major way north of Brinstar was way more likely to be good than the other 2 closer ones were. Why is that a case? Logic reasons.
So we are referring to that major with prior knowledge that it is speed, as we saw Osse get it. We kind of saw Osse got it. We were dealing with a PowerPoint slideshow for quite a while there, but he did get Speed Booster up there, so we have that knowledge. But if you're looking at it purely from a logical perspective, the 2 majors that were over to the left side of Brinstar, those were not logical to get based on what equipment they had. So considering what they already saw in Meridia up to that point and Criteria, there really wasn't anything else to do other than check all the available majors in Brinstar. And it just happened to be the case that Spiffy just did not see that major on the map, just did not scroll far enough. So
it happens.
It's somewhat like, to try and answer the question, it's somewhat partially the reason that that major had to be something useful at that point because it was really all that there was left.
Correct.
But just kind of the knowledge that we already had as commentators, seeing both players running this, that we knew that was a valuable major.
To further elaborate on that, for Spiffy's side of things, because he doesn't have the information, obviously, that we all do, he found the major and is thinking, what the heck could this possibly be? Remember, we haven't seen Spring Ball or the 2 suits yet. The racers have found everything else, all except for Spiffy finding Charge Beam because he hasn't been that way yet. And no grapple. So Spiffy's wondering why the heck, this is the only thing that he can do, and was process of elimination at that point. That major had to be progression. At least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now this is a pretty brutal fight for Osse. Notice how he's not using grapple beam here. He's just getting through and doing what he can with ammo and charge ice plasma shots. Charge ice plasma, by the way, does 600 damage. It's wave beam that adds on the additional 300 to make it the 900 damage fully equipped out beam.
Yeah, now there's a big reason why Osse's not going for the grapple kill here. He needs all the health that he can get. With no spring ball, no gravity, his only way out other than a crossroom jump, which I don't know what the room on the left side is, would be a grapple jump out. So we'll have to see if what the room on the left here is. But he also needs as much health as he can because he's got a lot of heat rooms that he needs to navigate
It's
through
waterway.
to get out. Waterway, you only need a door frame to be able to jump out with a crossroom jump, so he should be able to get out from here. I think kind of hoping for a better farm situation, unfortunately. 2
This is
plus
a
1.
brutal farm, especially with no gravity.
Yeah, so it's Magdalite Tunnel into Key Hunter Stairs. You can get through Magdalite Tunnel with relatively small damage because you can farm along the way, but those Key Hunter Stairs, he's going to want a little extra health for.
Now Spiffy is finding Big Pink, but again, this might be too little too late for Spiffy. But you never know. It's never over until Samus is on the ship.
Exactly.
And you see your opponent finish in the race timer.
Yep. No, nothing else to do other than keep pressing forward. So we'll see what Spiffy is able to do with that.
And apparently asking Rubu for pizza. Rubu, what kind of pizza did you get?
And now for food
Cheese
talk
pizza?
with WX.
Would you all expect anything else? We have a 2-bug thingy farm, and what else shall we talk about?
Nice jump out by Osse.
Nicely done. Alright, here we go. This is going to be a very tough escape. Nice on the energy grab from Osse. Really got bailed out by a couple of those big energy refills here. Need this Key Hunter to drop. And didn't get it in time, but that's okay. 287 energy to get out of Key Hunter Stairs. Plenty.
Yeah, Osse will be totally fine here.
Tickles, please. That is such BS, and you know it.
Spiffy making his way through Mickey Mouse now. Okay, he's going to back out and maybe farm up some more.
Dataplet's very excited for tonight's food. He will be treated to filet mignon and lobster tail. Dataplet, that was just for you.
Osse farming up now for Mother Brain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we do have Dragon Dead for Osse as far as tracking goes.
Oh, I didn't say I was paying for dinner. I just said the Dataplet would be treated to filet and lobster tail. I didn't say I was paying. Very nice, Rubu. Oh, here we go. Twitch chat. It's time for a little blind escape. Get your guesses in the Twitch chat. What do you think the escape timer is going to be? It is a blind escape. We haven't seen all of Rex Ship, and we haven't seen Torian. Have we seen Warfare either? I don't think we've seen Warfare either.
We have not seen Norfair. I'm going to go with 145.
Yep. I'm going... What did you go with, Nito?
145.
245 for me. I just think this is going to be... It's going to be somewhere in Norfair, and I think it's going to be way out of the way. Just
somehow Spiffy... Somehow Spiffy has found his way to Torian, so... Okay, we know it's not Torian now.
Nope. Thanks, Spiffy! This is the fun part as a commentator. You get the... And quite frankly, as a fan, you get the blind escapes. Rex Ship is actually pretty big. Look at all those save stations around there. All right, here we go.
Norfair and Wreckship are very close as well.
255.
Yeah.
Who wins the metaphorical cookie? Let's see. Fluffy Mittens wins the metaphorical cookie.
That is a
GG.
huge escape timer.
Which means this thing is probably buried in wreck ship, or I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's wreck ship. That was a big wreck ship we saw in Osse was cycling through the maps. Remember, the only bit of wreck ship that we saw was Ridley. That was the first room in the wreck ship.
My gut feeling is Norfair. Just with how much time is on that timer, I think it's far away in Norfair.
It's definitely possible. Jake Station says Osse just calculated his own logic. He knows it is. Rubu says far, far away. Yeah, in a galaxy far, far away. Congratulations. We're about to see which sector Osse is going to pick.
Choosing Norfair.
Yep. Did you just see that slight smile from Osse there, Nito? What was even that smile?
I don't know.
Ooh, wreck ship shaft.
I imagine he might be uncomfortable with maybe the blind escape here. Thinking, I don't know if he probably is just assuming that Spiffy is right on his tail, or maybe even ahead of him. He has no way of knowing, but
from Gauntlet to Sandhall. Osse yeeting for the map. Thank you for picking up the supers. Bubble Mountain. Is it here? Is the ship in Norfair? It is! Neo wins a metaphorical cookie.
hooray!
Oh, that's a brutal escape.
You gotta go up climb supers.
Yikes. That is brutal.
But he's been on the right path the whole time, so he should have enough time to make it.
Mm-hmm. Whee!
And I think that is going to do it. Oh, nice gravity.
Wow,
suit
gravity's right there. Wow. The sea just taunting the racers.
And Varia for Spiffy.
GG's, get your GG's in chat. That'll do it. Osse continues his path towards victory in this tournament. He continues along a path towards redemption. And speaking of our winner, Osse, congratulations and GG's.
Hello and GG's.
GG's.
Now the big question is will Spiffy come in for post-game interview? If he doesn't, I don't blame him.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about the first game. It's tragic.
Oh, it was horrible. It was so bad. Like, all three of us went into the break, like, speechless.
Yep, here he
And
is.
there he is.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
GG,
Spiffy.
Spiffy.
GG's. Very nice race on the first one. Second one is, well, speaks for itself.
Yeah, you could say that.
Ugh,
Yeah.
I had just gotten Varia. Did you manage to finish that suitless?
Yeah, I finished that suitless.
That's crazy.
So you don't have Fantoon marked, but if you get Fantoon, then it shows Dragon, and I peaked Ridley.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't have to do Torian or Norfair or Rickship.
Really? You managed to do that all suitless, huh?
So
I had the ugliest farm at the end after Dragon.
Oh, it was not a pretty farm. It was the waterway farm, which you can't even consider a farm room.
Yeah. You had to do key stairs and the Magdalite room and Dragon forward and back without a farm.
Yeah, Spiffy was trying that for a while, actually. I think on 4+1, and when I think Spiffy, when you saw Magdalene room, you're like, this doesn't feel right. This isn't worth it. But yeah, Dre was on the other side of Magdalene tunnel.
Just right there. It wouldn't have helped me at all, anyways, though, because I still didn't know where Ridley was.
Mm-hmm.
First door into Wreckship.
Yeah. I was only going to peek that one door, see how far away the Wreckship map was, and it was Ridley. So
Gotcha.
Farm
What
did the
was
fight.
your final loadout?
6+1, Winnie Supers, Energize Plasma.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad at all, honestly.
No, did fail it once,
Oh.
but there's a save in Aqueduct.
Okay, so the burning question: how long did it take for you to get Speed Booster?
Right? So much about this seed was terrible. I
It's
feel like I did
awful.
everything before. Well, I didn't go up the elevator at the very start, so I did everything before that. I feel like I last
Same.
locationed Indiana Jones,
Same.
and then went up. I got Wave X-Ray first, and then reset them, and then I got Speed.
Oh, so you got it on the way up there the first time. I missed the wraparound with enough health for X-Ray Wave. So I thought I was just cooked right there. And then when I actually, my route was do anything in the beginning. I actually dodged Kraid. I went to Indiana Jones first. Or maybe I did. But then I go through Main Street without grabbing ice. So I didn't peek the top item in Indiana Jones room.
I know.
So I'm thinking,
Need
oh,
that.
okay, none of this is in logic. And I grab ice on the way out. And then I go back down to Meridian. I'm like, oh crap, I just grabbed ice. Main Street is now in logic. So there's big oof number one. I thought I was cooked there. Get up the Main Street, grab the map, and then I get Spazer. I'm like, okay, well, none of this looks like it's in logic at all. Because I think at this point I was 2+1 or 3+1 or something like that. And I just did not think that far major was in logic at all. But then I realized we have a decor refill, the refill energy at the bottom to climb, and then we also have a farm at the Kraid eye door. I was like, oh no. And I was deep into Meridia. This is like when I was trying to go get Dragon and just kept dying on repeat.
Yeah. So it's another
I did not
trip
have a
across
clue,
the
too.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could see that you were questioning what the seed wanted from you at that point. Like, it was unfortunate with needing to then cross most of the world to pick up the major that was absolutely necessary. It's tough to always see that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking to myself, I'm doing everything I can in the very beginning, and I just cannot find the answer. And in maybe 20 minutes in, I'm like, this is the absolute worst seed for me to go against Osse. Just the worst seed possible, because I'm exhausting all my options. I'm overlooking everything, and then that one very far major is required, and I'm sure I'm like, Osse's gonna see that immediately. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? This is over. So I had about 35 minutes to really just kind of marinate in the fact that I lost the seed.
Yeah.
I don't even know when I got Speed Booster, honestly.
Yeah, I wasn't tracking the time that you did, but yeah, this was looking a little back and forth earlier on for the seed, and then
Was it? Didn't feel like it.
yeah, I mean, there was a lot of needing to go between Criteria and Meridia to investigate. Like, you guys were high-fiving quite a bit in Meridia early on to just blind whatever rooms you could until you realize that nothing is really available there in Meridia anymore, and then you have to start backtracking and blind. Like the map situation early on for Criteria and Meridia was just, it's difficult to deal with because your only choice really is to blind most of it, and
Mhm.
eventually find your way to Brinstar.
Yep, exactly right. Yeah, and it's just not even. Honestly, towards the beginning in Criteria especially, I'm trying to find enough health to sacrifice for map, and I just couldn't find it. Just couldn't find it. And then when I actually went past the morph ball where we spawn basically and grabbed the E-Tank very far away, I reset that, and then later on I'm like, okay, well that was the worst choice
No.
possible.
No, I like
That
keeping
reset was-
early E-Tanks too much. But I was
It was-
wondering how much health you would need to do that, because spikes really hurt, and lava and heat. So I wasn't even sure if 3 tanks was enough.
Yeah, we were.
Aye.
I was thinking between 3 and 4, something like that. To
I'm pretty sure I
The
did it with
damage.
3+1. No suits with ice though, so I managed to dodge like a spike hit using the yapping moss.
Yeah, I mean, Osse ended up getting a shine charge in the farm room right next to it and sparking through. And then you finally get the map after that point, and you realize you've already seen 95% of Criterion. There's just nothing there anymore.
That's smart, because I didn't even think about shine sparking there, and I usually try to do that all the time. And I just slipped my mind. Completely slipped
It
my
happens. It happens, and it will happen more often in these high pressure tournament scenarios. Like, it's just so tough to deal with sometimes, I think.
mind.
So one play I liked was going for the Meridian map, which was Fantoon. It looks like Spiffy didn't, but that took.
Meridian map, I didn't have an answer to get a fish tank.
Yeah, so I came at it from the other side. It was a lot of heat.
That was
But-
the speed lock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
was
other side was
speed lock.
speed lock, and that
It was-
really chewed me up really badly.
It was through Croc Speedway, and then down Mickey Mouse would get you to the bottom right door of Fish Tank.
Fish tank, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, I
big
see that.
committal, but it paid off.
No, definitely. It definitely seemed to have paid off pretty big. Honestly, though, even if I did get the Fantoon map fairly early and found Dragon, I still probably would have just went bottom left of Big Pink into, what do I mean, wreck ship. I'm sorry, Torian.
Yeah.
Then on the escape, it was just escape was a big number, so I went to Norfair, the big zone,
Mm-hmm.
and happened to
So you
first try
blinded it?
escape. Yeah, blind first try.
That makes sense. No, that's fair. That's completely fair. Big number. You haven't seen Norfair. And yeah, the ship's pretty far, so I would have made that same choice for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it was a 2-minute, 55-second escape, and like it just didn't seem
Jeez.
like among the available regions still there, Norfair, Wreckship, Torian. I just couldn't see Wreckship or Torian being large enough to have the ship be far enough away for that timer.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely agree. So I'm actually replaying the VOD right now. You grabbed speed at 23:29. I get speed at 42 minutes.
You want to compare ice
Oh my
times?
God. When I got that, we got Spiffy speed incoming here. When I got that speed, I'm like, you know what? It's over. When I realized that was speed, it was just over. All the health plus the speed, it was like, it just makes sense. It gave us a lot of tanks early on. And I had an inkling that as soon as I reset that tank past Morph Ball, I wasn't for sure it was going to be one of those, grab a lot of tanks because Vari's behind heat, and it was.
Yeah.
I was just really hoping that wasn't the case. But in fact, it was. Speed was behind a lot of heat, and then Vari was also behind some heat, which needed speed. So, in essence,
Yeah.
you needed a lot of tanks to get Varia. I'm not mad though. Just some massive overlookies. Plus, I'm going
Yeah.
against Osse, so it's my record continues. I'm now 8-152 against Osse. That's my
You
current
keep-
standing record, I think.
You're keeping track of that?
Yeah, apparently it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Back in the day, it was me, Osse, and Eddie who really started racing these things, and I never beat him once in like the first 3 months. Not a single time.
So that second game, yeah, it ended up being critical to have speed there, but we can't leave without talking about the first game. Like,
oh my god,
do we have
oh boy,
do we really want to make
I should have had
relive that?
Not gonna lie, Osse, I should have had you on the first seed. It was just literally my mistakes.
I mean, I
100% should have had you in that first race.
I've got questions leading up to the final moments of that seed. So, firstly, Spiffy, you committed to Dragon very early to go for the map, I presume. What was your thought process for that, having to deal with a non-objective to just get the map?
I value map value with knowledge a lot, and I knew I had a save right beforehand. The biggest thing about that decision was I was confident that I can get a Dragon speed kill, but then I just kept getting bopped and bopped and bopped. I didn't have enough missiles to take out all 3 turrets in the beginning, and my health was so low. And suddenly, that confident speed kill became, oh, I'm floating around 50 health the entire time, so I can't do a shine charge kill anymore. And as soon as I realized that, I actually contemplated about just resetting back out and just leaving. However, I was like, I've already sunk the time into this. I just gotta go for it now. And what should have been about a minute kill on Dragon turned out to be 3.5, 4 minutes, maybe even less or more. It was tragic, very, very tragic.
Doing that on 5 missiles and charge spazer, like that, the speed definitely should be more helpful in that. But yeah, it unfortunately seemed like you were just kind of stuck in that fight for quite a while, and
a long while, a very long while.
Yeah. Now, Osse, you got 2 rooms into Turian. And then you decided to bail out of there. What was going through your head on that?
So I entered Torian. The map was connected to my room, and then it was not connected to the room. It had some kind of the save. I mean, so I could not get an easy save, and that's when I decided to leave. Yeah. I just wanted to see how close the map was.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm assuming you got the Norfair map before in Fantoon before you decided to go Torian, yeah?
It's hard to remember. I think I did in that one.
Yes, yeah. Fantoon and the map were on the far left side of Norfair, and Torian was like directly underneath at the bottom of Green Pirate Shaft.
Yeah, so I did Torian for the majors that were around it, and then I went over to Wreck Ship for those majors and the plasma kill. And then I picked Wreck Ship as the place to look for the last objective, and then after that picked Meridia.
Yeah.
Wait,
so that
Meridian?
The searching every other region really gave Spiffy the opportunity to come back from the slower Dragon kill, and from that point of turning around in Turian, it like Spiffy did kind of take the lead there from that point until tragedy struck in Mother Brain.
Yep. By the way, I died in my Dragon fight. It was a full 4 minutes.
Yikes, yeah. So we were unfortunately having some technical difficulties during the majority of that fight. I know you entered there, or you started the Mother Brain fight with 163 in your main tank, and what looked to be a little over 150 in your reserves. And we didn't catch it because the stream kind of froze there for a second, but it looked like just 20 damage was the difference.
I took the very bottom of an onion ring chain.
Yeah.
Just one onion ring was enough to send me to the graveyard there.
I swear you had to be less than 5 HP, under 300 or something.
I also swear. And I could have paused, but I didn't. I wanted it to be dramatic. And lo and behold, I did not get it. I did not get it. It was very, very close, though.
It was,
That
yeah.
onion ring away.
Oh, we were very speechless on commentary because we like it looked like you just had it, and like it took a full review from a clip taken earlier to see that like it was just the smallest of hits that
Yep.
pushed it over to the other
One
side.
extra hit.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, how
All right,
about that
listen,
croc fight, y'all? Isn't that the best RNG ever? Isn't that fantastic? You love to see it, right? I mean, this is like one of the perfect opportunities for Osse to get that freaking, what is it, the croc tongue percent?
Mhm.
Osse, I want you to know, we had charge and going in the croc, and all but what, 2 of those pushbacks with charge was the claw. I got clawed
Unfortunate.
like 9 out of 11 times. It's insane.
No, my croc went pretty well. I just didn't go directly to croc like I should have.
Yeah. It was one of those things. Lately, I've gotten seeds where croc was just required for either Varia or speed or something else. Plus, it was an objective, so I was like, we just have to do it. You gotta.
Lots of reasons. Just got charge.
Yeah, we didn't know it was an objective until the fight was actually over because neither of you
Mhm.
looked at your objective menus.
No, it was on the
Well, I
mini
knew.
map.
Yeah, we saw it on the minimap. We peeked the backside, and then when we paused, it showed up because the outline still shows the X's.
We just didn't catch it
Yeah.
Fair.
until the fight was over.
Fair.
So I comment about the Dragon where you can Shine Spark skip around it, and that's why I ended up doing later with high jump, going reverse croc speedway. But
You went reverse proc speed with the skip Dragon?
yeah,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
can do it without high jump. So could have done it very early on. It's just pretty difficult. I'm not sure how tight it is to get the Shine Spark to the top of the menu room. You could have done it from above too.
You were talking about seed 1, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what was on my mind when I was passing by Dragon, is how to do reverse croc speedway.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you avoided the fight entirely.
I see. And then we had double suit pretty early in that seed, so lava dive and all that rest of the heat is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. I see that. I definitely didn't peek menu room, so I wasn't for sure if it was possible or not. Plus, reverse croc isn't like necessarily completely safe because at this point, right, I didn't have the map. And if it was croc speedway, you're kind of going past the map.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I killed Dragon, so I didn't even know croc speedway was there. So I'm really just blowing smoke out of my butt at the moment.
No, I saw Dragon before speed, so it was like 5 missile fight. Not doing that.
That's fair though. Yeah, because speed
But
was
that
in
is
croc,
never go
so-
that way.
Yep. No, I think if I just didn't die to Mother Brain, I would have got you, and if I didn't have a 4-minute Dragon, I would have got you. And there's nobody to blame but myself. But I still played. I believe I played fairly well. Obviously not the second one, but the first one I thought I played pretty well. Osse, I've been watching some of your races, like your race against Mo and stuff like that. You were flying, so I knew I had to up my game a little bit. Unfortunately, being in a rush kind of cost me game 1 right at the end, so just
There's
gotta
no-
slow down a very small smidge, a little bit.
There's no question that both of you played very well. Like we're at the level of the tournament now where even the smallest of mistakes are going to be potentially very costly, and
Mhm.
like it feels like you almost have to play perfectly to feel like you have a chance
Mhm.
at this
That's
point.
exactly
So
how I felt.
yeah,
I was like,
so
when I
Yeah.
struggled at Dragon, I'm like, okay, well, that's the only mistake I can allow in this seat. And then right at the very end, choked it. Womp womp. All I can say about that. Womp womp.
Yeah. A number
It
of these settings like give you like fast go mode, like double suit is kind of common in the multi-category presets, especially. So it's just harder to allow any kind of mistakes when you're going so fast through seeds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Ugh. Freaking Croc, man.
All right.
Crockemeyer.
Well,
It's-
you
What's up?
wonderful, amazing people. Let's wrap things up here for this one. I'm going to send things over to Spiffy, then Osse, then Nito, and then I'll wrap things up and get us on out of here. GG's to both of you. Spiffy, final thoughts from you.
All right. Still, yeah. Not disappointed in my play. I am a little disappointed that it took me 42 minutes to get speed in the second seed, but just one over rookies is all it takes. One wrong direction, one wrong decision. So, yeah, that's just my fault, and not upset about this loss. Osse's a fantastic runner, so GG's to you. He's the #1 seed for a reason, folks. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Thank you for our tracker, Rubu, and our commentators, WXN and Nito, for coming on in and putting us on a great show. I'm going to rewatch this later, expecting fantastic commentary. And just in general to Speed Gaming as well for hosting this tournament. And yeah, GG's.
Same. Thanks everyone here. Nito, Rubu, WX Fan, and Spiffy Thomas for the good races. And yeah, good luck in your future in the tournament.
Like, yeah, maybe see you again.
Speaking of that future, Osse will be headed to the semifinals in the upper gold bracket, where he will face the winner of Nitro and Super Sponge. And Spiffy will be heading to round 6, where we're going to have to see a couple matchups played out, but it could be any one of Oats and Goats, Unforeseen Menace, Path, Emmett, or one other person sent down from the upper bracket. But there's absolutely no question we saw some awesome gameplay between both of you today. And yeah, we're looking forward to even more as we progress through this tournament. Appreciate the opportunity to be able to do comms, and thank you, Rubu, for tracking, and I will pass it over to WX.
All right, everybody. What a great best of 3 we saw. GG's to Spiffy, GG's to Osse. Osse's redemption tour continues in this tournament, looking to finally take home a championship here in a gold bracket. So Osse is off to the upper bracket of the gold bracket to the first semi-finals. Again, we'll be taking on either Nitro or Super Sponge. For Spiffy the Hair Thomas and Osse, and of course, Nito the Fantastic, Rubu on tracking, I am WX Fan 21 saying we'll see you next mission. Again, for those of you that are still watching this live, head on over to Speed Gaming 2 to go watch the conclusion of the best of 3 between Dessler and Carter Freak. See you next mission. Latest, peoples.